There are certain places in the world where the name says it all. Death Valley is such a place, and on the African West Coast is another. It's an unforgiving desert like no other in the world, and it's known as the Skeleton Coast.
Desolate, ruthless, and unforgiving. Africa's Skeleton Coast. Its furious seas have swallowed many ships, and its scorching dunes are littered with remains of past human endeavors. So what could possibly live in this hostile place? You'd be surprised. The Skeleton Coast lies on the southwestern corner of Africa, along the shoreline of Namibia. It's a desert almost as long as England. Here, daytime temperatures easily soar to 120 degrees. So some animals belong to the night. The Namib sidewinding viper delivers a bite that's extremely painful to humans and fatal to its prey. Its venom causes extensive internal bleeding, melting its prey from the inside out. Up to a foot long, it's adapted well to the shifting desert sands. Unlike most snakes, it uses its head and tail to push itself sideways through the sand, leaving these distinctive tracks behind. Another night stalker is the gecko. It has huge eyes with vertical pupils that enable it to see and hunt in the dark when it attacks sleeping prey. Their thin, translucent skin helps keep them cool and blends in with their surroundings. They can move quickly on loose terrain thanks to large, webbed feet with sticky pads on their toes, giving them an incredible grip. As night turns into day, the desert floor transforms into a sea of scalding sand. But for desert beetles, it's no problem. Some spend their whole lives digging constantly, heading for cooler temperatures under the sand. They probably move up to 3 times their own body weight. If humans could do this, we could carry a refrigerator around like a portable radio. Their digging has another purpose. It creates a high ridge where they stand to let the morning dew collect on their backs. It's a clever way to get precious drinking water. Other beetles are specially equipped for life on top of the sand. Looking like a lunar lander, their long legs keep their bodies off the searing sand. They move constantly in search of cover or other beetles. When a male finds a female, the courtship rituals begin. The male rides around on top of the female, giving a clear signal for other males to stay away. The actual mating is done under the sand. This grainy oven that provides a home for the desert beetles stretches for more than 1,000 miles along a rugged shoreline. Its crushing surf has a history of wrecking ships, but for nearly 1 million Cape fur seals, it's the best deserted beachfront property in the world. For them, life's pretty good here. They feed on hordes of fish pulled in by ocean currents. They spend most of the year at sea, but they're on shore for one reason: to mate. Males establish wide territories and start harems, sometimes having up to 80 females. The cows have one pup each. They gather them in large nursing colonies on the rocks where they're safe from killer whales and sharks. Leaving the pups alone, they go hunting for 3 or 4 days. When they return, to find their young, they give a bark, which the pups recognize and answer. Reunited, she'll nurse for a few days before heading out to sea again. In about 10 months, the pups are old enough to head out on their own. When it's their time to breed, instinct will bring them back here. For the seals, it's a well-known place. Whether at home in a treacherous surf, or thriving in the searing heat, all these animals have endured and adapted over time. They live where a ruthless desert meets an open sea, in a place known as the Skeleton Coast.
Deserts are among the world's most unique places, and no two are exactly the same. From the heart of Africa to the tip of South America, each has its own identity and its own special inhabitants. I'm Jim Fowler. Thanks for watching.